Have you ever watched a movie that left you in tears? Happy tears, grateful tears, God is so good tears. Well, the film I'm about to review to you today is that film, Unsung Heroes. My name is Amanda Mati and you are welcome to my channel. I'm going to be talking about a review on this particular film and a few things that I've learned from this film that is helping me as a Christian and as a person as well. Just trying to trust the process. I've talked about this on my former YouTube videos and how God is good. God, I have to say this again, God is good. So if you've ever felt like giving up, doubted your purpose in life, or wondered if faith and family truly really matters, this particular story, this film will shake you to your core. Stay with me because I'm about to break down why you need to watch this powerful film, Unsung Hero. This movie is based on a true story about the small bone family. Yes, you got that right. King and Country and Rebecca St. James. I'm sure you've heard Rebecca St. James music and whatnot. This movie is about her family. It is about their journey of faith, struggle, and the hope that they kept and the dream that they kept alive in their hearts when they left Australia to America. But here's a twist. The unsung hero in this film is not who you think it might be. However, that is why you need to watch it. This movie is about faith, family, and fighting for what you believe in, even when the odds are stacked against you. There's so many things I learned from this film even when I watched it. So I came across this film, I think a week or 2 weeks ago when we had like a gathering at church with the ladies, so just like a women thing. And we were supposed to do karaoke and movie nights, and this was the film that we watched, and boy was I blown. That kind of film that gets you like, wow. Unsung Hero is that film. And there are so many lessons I learned from this film. One of those things I learned is faith is trusting God when it makes absolutely no sense. So let's be honest. Trusting God when things are going well, easy. But trusting God when the process or things are hard is the craziest, hardest thing to do, because your mind is everywhere and nowhere. Sometimes you go to bed and you're like, God, what's going on? Please reveal it to me because I am tired. It is harder to keep your faith strong and deeply rooted in God when things are not going the way you expected them to. Unsung Hero beautifully shows us how faith isn't just about believing. It is about moving forward even when you don't see the whole picture. Faith isn't about what you feel. It is about who you trust. Who do you trust? That is what faith is. When you know that the God of Abraham, Jacob, Isaac, David is still the same God of today, you will relax. Your body will just calm down. That's what I feel about faith. Another lesson I learned is family is God's first ministry. If you didn't know that before, know that now, that family is God's first ministry, and He's very particular about family because it's His first ministry. In fact, that is how all of this started. If you're someone who feels like family struggles are holding you back, this film might just be the film that you need to help you have a different perspective on this particular topic when it comes to family. The small bone family reminds us that your first ministry is your home. Before success, before family, before fame, God actually cares about the family first. Your greatest legacy isn't about what you build, it's about who you build. And it could be your children, it could be your sisters, your sister and your brother's children, it could be your siblings, it could be anyone. Another point or another lesson that I feel like I strongly learned from this film is keep pushing. Your story isn't over yet. Keep pushing, your story isn't over yet. Keep pushing, your story isn't over yet. I have to sing that over and over again because a lot of people have given up because they felt like nothing was working while God was doing something in the background, doing something in the back that you probably didn't notice, but was doing something. He's writing your story. Why not trust the author, right? So let me say this out loud and clear. If you're feeling unnoticed, overlooked, invisible, talked down, or like your dreams are impossible to attain, this film is for you. Yes, this film is that film you need to watch because With this film, you would know and feel it in your heart and soul that there is nothing, absolutely nothing impossible for God to do. And that's on period, oh. Period. It is proof that delay is not denial. So, like I said before, God has a plan. Even when you feel like He's not working, He is working behind the scenes. He's doing some BTS thing in your back, and you probably don't even know. Sometimes we see a film, or we see mostly a film come into place, or a book that's been written, or a film that you just watched, and you don't know the processes that it had to go through for it to get to where it is getting to. And then when you watch it, you feel pleasure, you're happy, you're inspired by that film. The BTS that has been done, the chaosness that had to go down was insane. And even if you're there, you'd be like, wow, is this how it is? I don't want to be a part of this because it is stressful. Coming from a filmmaker, yes, it is very stressful. That is exactly what God is doing behind the scenes on your matter, on your case. So your story isn't over yet. If the small bone family had given up, there will be no legacy. We will not know King and Country. We will not know Rebecca St. James. We will not know the incredible legacy of music and faith that they would have brought or impacted in the Christian music industry. We wouldn't have fully understood it because we would have been missing a particular piece. That's why I feel like when you feel like giving up, your story or your personality or you as a person is the world is waiting to experience you as a person. You're the piece in the puzzle that everybody needs to experience to bring. There's like, I don't know how to explain it. There are just people out there that you need to win their souls through you being you, through your personality, through how you talk to people, through the gifts and talents that God has given to you. And the small bone family did exactly that. And that's why we can hear the King and Country. And that's why we can hear about Rebecca St. James. If you need to, go on Apple Music or Spotify and look for their music. They do beautiful music. The small bone family comes from music because, in fact, I'm not going to say so much from that. You're just going to see it for yourself after you watch the film. God isn't done writing your story, so don't stop flipping or turning the pages because it's not done yet. It's not over. It's not done and over with you yet. So keep going. If you need a reminder that God is faithful and that family matters and that dreams do come true, this film is a must watch. I am telling you that for free. Them no pay me. I don't have any affiliation with any of these people. But one thing I do know for free is that there are Christian films out there that will boost your reignite your passion for God, reignite that burning desire that you have for God. And that is why I'm here. There are so many books and films that are written by people who are Christians, but we often overlook them because it is STEM Christian and maybe because of how the world perceives them. You just think that, okay, it is not for me. But one thing I know for free is that you should, as a Christian, watch films that edifies your spirit, edifies your soul. That brings me to the end of this video. But however, have you seen Unsung Hero? If you have, what are the lessons you learned from this film? Because I learned so much. And I want to hear from you too, because there are various perspectives as well as to why this film is very important for us as Christians to watch. I'll be looking forward to hearing your thoughts and the lessons you learned from this particular film if you have watched it. And if you haven't seen this film, go to Netflix right now, search for Unsung Hero, watch it and run back to this comment section so we can have conversations about this film and about what you learned. So like, subscribe and turn on your notifications for more interesting and faith-filled content like this, and reviews and conversations, honest conversations that I'll be having here on love, relationships, life, navigating life, just everything in general, just a young woman trying to navigate life in Nigeria particularly. Remember, your story is being written. Trust the author. Thank you so much once again, and this is Omandamati signing out. Have a lovely evening. Bye.